Good morning, everybody. Cindy here with Pathways Homestead. I know it's been a long, hot minute, huh? So anyway, life's going good. Job's going good. I like my new job. Gary and Hannah are busy with construction and doing some remodeling and some roofing and lots of stuff. And I need to get you guys caught up. So Hannah has moved over here with us to Missouri, so we now, it's no longer just Gary and I, so Hannah's here too, our youngest daughter, and you will not be seeing her on film because she's super shy. But today is about what we have left in our fall garden. We're getting ready to start October off, so we're going to get our first garden tour of October and show you what all we've got going in the gardens. So hide and watch. Here we have our raised beds. We've got our turnips, and they're doing really nice. Got several little nice sized turnips there. These are radishes here. My Egyptian walking onions that I moved from Kansas. They're doing really well and have multiplied. And then we've got tomatoes. And that's 3 tomato plants. And they fell over and have just gone crazy. And I see a hornworm. I gotta get that guy on that tomato plant. Right there he is. Do you see him? Tomato hornworm. It's kind of late in the season. They should be done, but I don't know. We're finding a resurgence of them. Well, it's time to inspect tomato plants for hornworm damage again. That plant's got a little bit, but it looks old. Got white flies really bad on them. But they're just loaded with tomatoes. So we're super happy with our gardens. Look at that tomato. So we're over here on the north garden. The zinnias are still showing off. The marigolds are still showing off. Still got a little bit of calendula left, not a whole lot there blooming. And then got basil, and the basil's gone to bloom. I'm gonna have to go around the sun's too bright there. The fog, guys. Look at the foggy morning. It is gorgeous. Tomato plants. We've got that basil, like I was saying. And our collard greens, they're doing well. And look at our beautiful 4 o'clock. So we got those seeds from Jan, Simply Jan Homestead. Some more zinnias. So when we pulled the squash out, the sweet potato plants that we had planted between the squash hills have just taken off. They're doing great. Beans are just about done over there. The cucumbers are done on that trellis. Here we've planted a false crop of lettuce, radishes, and I can't remember what the other thing I planted was. We planted 3 things in here. Oh, cilantro. Planted cilantro, and it's all starting to sprout. There's some sprouts there. That is that's just a weed, little clover. It's actually edible, and I can't think of the name of it right now. But yeah, we've got some radishes coming up there, some lettuce sprouts, radishes still. So that's, but yep, that we got some fall crops planted there. Look at my white zinnias, aren't they pretty? Still getting a little bit of okra. We've got some pods going to seed so that we have plenty of seed and seed to share. And guys, the peppers are going absolutely crazy. These are our serranos. I've got several red ones I need to pick off of there. Cowpeas are taking a resurgence and starting to bloom again. But they're doing really well. As well as some of our bean plants are coming back. And we still got beans going in the corn, in the Three Sisters section of the garden. The corn's done, the squash is done, but the beans are still going strong. We're going to chop those corn stalks and use them for decorations. Hopefully tomorrow. It's on our list. The Seminole pumpkins are finished out of there. The watermelon is finished from that hill. And way over there in that tall grass is a little bit of purple mustard. And it actually did really well as a bug trap. Over here we've got our loofahs. Look at that big old loofah. We got one big loofah. They've done really, really well in this old tree. We're super pleased. There's several little loofahs up in the tree. There's one up there. Not sure how we're going to get those down yet, but they are what they are. So let's start here in this corner where we had the Sweet Fall, Nebraska, and some more sweet potatoes. Of course, the squash is gone, so the sweet potatoes are in. Looks like we've got a sweet potato with a bloom on it, which is very promising. Look at that, sweet potato bloom. And then we've got some peppers here. A little bit of parsley, a little bit of parsley. And then we've got our Thai basil and more peppers. A little bit of okra. We've got 3 things of okra. We planted a strip of okra right here. And those 3 plants were the only ones that survived the squash. Squash drowned about pretty heavy. But guys, the peppers are doing amazing. Here is our black coat runner beans. And they did really, really, really well as a pollinator attractant. They did really good. We do have 3 little eggplants, and they are doing quite well. I don't know if you can see that one right there in the peppers. Right there is an eggplant, as well as a pepper plant and a parsley plant. There's more parsley and an eggplant right here on the end of the row. And then that's an eggplant there. We've got more sweet potatoes in this row. This row we had the North Georgia Candy Roasters. And they did amazing, guys. Super cool. I'll have to go in the house and show you the crop of that. Still got peppers and purple basil in this row here. And guys, the peppers did absolutely amazing in this garden this year. I'm super impressed, super proud of our gardens. We've got a few struggling tomato plants over here. They're really struggling hard. And then I've got my Craig's Grande peppers over here in a container. I'm not impressed with the container gardening of my peppers. I just didn't feel like they did as well. And then we have a volunteer tomato plant, and we don't know what kind of tomato that is yet. It has yet to set fruit, so we'll have to wait and see if it does. But it came volunteer. It was in my Craig's Grande when I planted the Craig's Grande plants, so evidently it was left over in my potting soil that I started my Craig's Grandes in. And I thought I had sterilized the soil, but evidently I had not. So this tomato plant came up, and I have no idea what variety it is. It is a potato leaf, but I raised several different kinds of potato leaf tomatoes over the years, so there is no telling what kind it is. Here, Gary's celery did amazing in the front garden bed here in this raised bed, and then we've got a little bit of wildflowers. Bullseye toothache plant did really, really well. And there we have a stevia plant and another plant that's was in our wildflower mix with the red. And then our flowers, and look, Gary got me some mums, and they for fall. I'm going to finish up our video out here in the gardens, and we are just super, super excited, beyond blessed at how well these gardens did. I know we didn't share a whole lot with y'all this summer, and we've kind of gotten behind here, especially here lately, but we're going to get back on track and at least have one video a week, and our weekly live on Sundays at 5 Central Time. So join us, and remember, God made you special and He loves you very much. So hide and watch for more videos from Pathways Homestead. Remember, you can homestead wherever you're at, even if you're on a rental property and you just have a little bit of area to grow something. If you have a pot, if you have the little containers that you can grow stuff in your house, it's amazing what you can grow inside, even if it's spices. I mean, there's just a whole wide range of things that you can do. So I'm just going to challenge you to do one thing to grow your skills in learning to feed yourself.